Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Keep It Real MMA. Just wanted to make this quick video. Essentially, I've been, keeping up with some MMA news, you know what I'm saying? And basically, Jorge Masvidal and Gilbert Burns have been going back and forth. Now, this has been happening for a while. And this is what makes me laugh, is that Burns is saying that Masvidal turned him down for November, January, and November, December, and January, because obviously Burns wants to fight in January, because obviously we're fighting in Brazil. That's where he's fighting. That's where he wants to fight. He's from Brazil, of course, so why wouldn't he? And that's when he wants Masvidal. But the thing is, right, I think Masvidal's playing is strategic, because I don't think Masvidal's scared. I think this is what it is, right? Masvidal has come out and said that, Gilbert's been, is the real pussy. He never turned down anything, blah, blah, blah. Though, this is why I don't believe Masvidal. Masvidal has a history of doing this. The UFC asked him repeatedly after he lost to Usman to take another fight, and he didn't. And he got a title shot coming off a loss. And you know how I feel people getting title shots just off one win, off of a loss. I don't care if it was short notice. You got dominated for 4 rounds, simple as. Yeah, he essentially, he got, he's known for not taking fights when the UFC want him to take fights. And one time, obviously now, Gilbert, I believe Gilbert, because Gilbert's the type of guy that doesn't duck anybody. He's the one that took Hamzat when Hamzat was number 11 and nobody wanted to risk their spot fighting him, and he still fought him. So I think Gilbert's going to move on and fight either Belal Muhammad, because Belal will take that fight. That's one thing I got to give credit to Belal for. Belal will take that fight. Or he'll take on Neil Magny, because Neil Magny did call out Gilbert, so Neil Magny might get that fight, you never know. But I would prefer to see Belal, because then if Belal wins, I think he's ready for a title shot. If not, then he needs a couple of more wins. But I think, right, Masvidal's using the court dates as an excuse, but I think what it really is, he just wants to wait till March. And the reason I think he wants to wait till March is because in March, that's when Leon and Usman are supposed to be fighting. And I think he's banking on Leon winning that fight. And because say he goes to the UK, right? I don't know if he's allowed in the UK, but you know what I mean. It's slightly different, because I think they're going to fight in my country, in Wales. I live in Wales, so I think they're going to fight in Cardiff. You know what I mean? I live about an hour away from Cardiff, but I think they'll fight in Wales. But yet again, though, it'll be the same thing. I don't know if he's allowed in the UK. I think he's allowed in the UK, because obviously that incident happened with Leon. But I think he's allowed to fight in the UK. I think it's just they kept them away from each other after that incident. So I think he should be fine. So I think he's banking on March. So then in March he goes down there, fights Gilbert then, and if he gets that win, banking on Leon winning too, then he gets to have this call out of Leon. He gets to have an altercation backstage, and then boom, the UFC make it. It's easy promotion. But I don't want to wait till March to see Masvidal fight, because this is how, the welterweight division is all over the place with certain matchup and stylistic matchups. Masvidal, Gilbert Burns is the best possible stylistic matchup for Masvidal out of everybody in the top 5. So he lost to Usman, he lost to Kobe. He hasn't fought Leon, but Leon kind of got that in a 5-round fight, in my opinion. But it's a good stylistic matchup for him compared to everybody else. Bilal's not a good matchup for him, and it just depends. But I think that's a good matchup for him. But I still will pick Gilbert, because Gilbert's way more active, and Gilbert is, I think Gilbert got that factor where he can push the pace and he can make different things happen. But Gilbert realizes his age. He's 36 years old. He knows he needs a push and get some fights now. And Masvidal's 36 as well, 35, 36, something like that. He's getting older too, and yet he wants to wait till March to fight Gilbert, so then he can do that. I know that's his plan. He thinks we can't see through him. We can see through him. You have been offered Gilbert and you won't take it. Just take it in Brazil. Go to Brazil. If you go to Brazil and you beat him, in my opinion, you don't deserve a title shot. Hell no. But the UFC will give it to you, probably. So, because you're still a big draw, so just go and fight him in Brazil. I don't understand. Like, you can get around the court dates. You can. And it's clear that the UFC pay him very well because he hasn't fought he wants to wait till March, which will be over a year since he fought. Don't forget, the last time he fought was against Colby, or in March this year. So, I mean, it's weird, but yeah, I think he's just trying to get it around. I just want to make this video to say that I don't think anybody wants to see that. Nobody wants to wait till March. Fight him in Brazil in January. Simple as. Take another fight in the meantime if you have to. You're 36 years old. You're not 29. You're not 30. You're not just hitting your prime. You're 36, 37 years old. You're in your late 30s. You're not in your prime anymore. I'm still picking Gilbert though. I think Gilbert, I think he could get a decision in a 3-round fight. I don't see him submitting Masvidal, but yeah. I just wanted to say that real quickly, guys. But yeah, if you're new, please like and subscribe. Keep running up my past videos. They've been doing really well lately, so thank you so much for that, guys. See you guys in the next video. This is Keep It Real MMA. Peace.